Did you feel anything at the time when you were killing?
Everybody I've ever taken out or anything, I've always felt bad about. I felt that it rips out a piece of your soul. I think that spiritually, we're all connected in some way, shape, or form. We all share one thing in common, and that's the soul.
Do you want to go into the worst mission of your life? Are you all right?
Yeah.
We don't have to do this.
No, I'm good, bro. Open book, man. Open book. I'm like, dude, do you have a grenade? And he already knew I was going with it. If they get in close, we're gonna pull this grenade, hug it, and we're gonna kill them with us, right? So he pulls out his grenade. Say our goodbyes. I fist pound Mike Pemberton, and I'm like, dude, tell my wife I was not a bitch. I was like, I'll volunteer, and dude, I'm not like crying too much, am I?
You're all good, man. I've never heard anything like this.
Eliminating or cutting that tether of somebody else's life, like I felt the same way, that a tether was connected.
How did that feel, knowing that you had just taken another man's life for the first time?
It did not make sense to me.
Legitimately haunted?
Legitimately haunted.
All right, we gotta dive into this.
Laying in bed, on my back, and something woke me up. And I see a soldier walk past my doorway. I rub my eyes, put the blankets over my head, rub them some more, and look back down. And now it's not just one, there's soldiers, a line of them, walking, and they would turn to go down the stairs. Maybe 10 soldiers passed by. The last soldier, he got in my doorway, turned, looked, and started to walk into my room towards me. Jumped out of my bed, ran through him into the bathroom, and started screaming. My dad runs out, and I'm screaming at him, please don't spank me, please don't spank me. He came in, grabbed me, held me, and I told him what I saw as best as I could, and he says, I know, son, I know. I saw it too. We set up in this open field, but I remember walking through the open field, and there's these craters, like holes in the ground. I'm like, what is this stuff? So I look back at my spotter, and something told me, I was like, dude, if something goes wrong, we're coming back to these holes. We start hammering this building, and it was like playing whack-a-mole. It didn't make sense until I got back. And I went to sleep. And that's when I had my first weird dream. I had the dream of that guy was the ceiling fan, and his arms were the blades, and his head was the centerpiece where the light would be. And he started spinning, and I'm strapped to my bed, and it's spinning faster and faster until his body starts to rip apart in my room, and he just bathes soaks my room with blood, and his face stayed still and was just screaming, but no sound was coming out. I guess that was the first real moment where I had a chance to say to myself, man, I killed someone,
So many things that were labeled conspiracy that turned out not to be conspiracy. I mean, I already question everything.
Mm-hmm. How would you feel if it was all revealed while you were alive, though? Do you think you could
process it
all and understand that?
No.
Me neither. And I think
there's so much deceit in this world that I don't think that any human could process how much of it is false. You and I both fought in
GWAT.
In the GWAT, in the global war on terrorism. Do you think that was a lie?
100%.
So do I.
100%.
I think the entire thing was a lie. And for those that are going to go, oh, you're crazy. Okay, let's go. Let's look at Dick Cheney.
I don't know if I've ever really told this story, so I don't care. But the original, the Reaper term, came from that deployment after an assaulter. He gave me that title, the Angel of Death. And I was like, our Pemberton was like, oh, like the Reaper, Blue Oyster Cult. I had no idea who Blue Oyster Cult was or anything. That's what happened.